Do.
Welcome to the Smoke and Mirrors podcast, your destination for the latest in streaming and movie news and reviews. We are your hosts, Rob, Dave, and Triz. Today, we'll be discussing all the trailers released during the big game on Monday, which includes the highly anticipated first look at the long in development Flash movie. We'll also be discussing Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake casting, the Fred Astaire biopic finds a director, Leslie Grace's thoughts on Peter Safran's Batgirl comments, the runtime for John Wick 4 revealed, and much more. Now, let's start the show. How we living there, big dogs?
You're good, dog.
How's hood?
Mm.
Real
Living.
How you going?
Yeah, good. I was did their hair up today because you can't wear a fucking hat at the RE there.
Yeah.
Went for a nice little meal there, mate. It was nice.
Yeah. I was wearing slick back comb over.
Mm-hmm. I'm going for my Mark Ruffalo and Collateral look today.
Very nice.
I'm on.
Sir, my name is Alan for the last time.
It's Raymond, mate. Right? It's the last time I'm telling you.
Every day, mate. Every day. No, we are fantastically well. Into our news, we'll start off with some trailers there. So, like we discussed, we finally got our first proper trailer for The Flash. Couldn't be me enjoying this shit as well.
Oh,
yeah. All the elements is there. They've had years to work on this shit. The marketing is laid down, but they are selling the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
Like anything. Like they're making sure O's is like have forgotten about the Ezra Miller bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why they made him disappear for so long.
Yeah. He didn't intro it. There's been no articles with him. It's mainly been James Gunn. Oh my god, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for you guys to see this movie. It's like they're generating that excitement, and the trailer is put together so fucking well. You know what I mean? Couldn't be me willing to step foot in the theater and just like not forget, almost forgive.
Yeah. I never
Actually,
forgive.
you know what? Fuck that. I never forgive. I never forget what you did as a
and
Miller.
I will never ever forget.
Those would be like
fuck you did.
Fuck you and your mountain.
Those would be like Terry and Ray Donovan when he beats that O and he's like, fucking do that.
I love that bit in Ray Donovan when Terry lets that guy beat him up.
Yeah.
Banging that guy's woman. And he was like, sometimes you just need to take a beating. I love it.
Yeah.
But
also
man,
fellas.
That Flash, everything is there, man. Everything is there. And if Muschietti pulls it off, it could be the best. Like everyone's saying that this is the best one of the best comic book movies ever made.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like you can't just say that it's the GOAT off the bat. Like nobody's seen it.
Yep.
I don't like that. They tried that bullshit with fucking what's his face, Endgame and Infinity War. It wasn't. Batman 89 was still better.
They also tried that shit with X-Men Origins Wolverine too. Remember with the fucking the no CG screening? Oh, it's amazing, this movie.
Pull the other one, love.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, everything looks great. Affleck, it looks like Affleck's role is bigger. Like I didn't expect Affleck to be in here like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be him,
advising.
Yeah, as Bruce Wayne, really. Like I didn't expect Batman to be in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we get two Batmen, which is great. I can't remember what I was watching, but they did a breakdown of the trailer. And there's a scene, I think, in the because we got two. So we got a full trailer for the Flash, and then we got a Super Bowl spot. Right. So in the Super Bowl spot, there is a shot from behind, pause again, of old Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, looking at all of his bat suits.
Yeah.
Right. There's one that looks like Affleck's bat suit in the nightmare sequence. There is also the Batman 89 suit that's there with the burn damage and everything. It looks beautiful. You see the what's his face suit next to that one, the Batman Returns suit as well. And then there's two other suits that are homages to one is Bruce Wayne's dad. What's his name? Thomas Wayne, as when he should have turned into Batman. And the one next to that is a homage to Adam West because of the bat symbol that's on it. So it's more gray and blue.
Right?
Yeah. There's so much good stuff in here, man. The Affleck Batman suit is changed now as well, so it looks like it does look like it's more blue and gray now instead of just all sort of black and gray.
Yeah.
And yellow. His what's his face belt is yellow, which is awesome. Yeah.
I did see an action shot with Affleck though, and he's like shooting the grappling hook and he's flying through the air. I don't know if he's like doing a flying kick or something like that. I hope not. I hope it's just traversing.
I think he's just getting pulled across the concrete.
Yeah, that too. But it's good. It's good that he's actually showing up and doing the action bits, and not like when Batman just shows up and advises and and he just disappears. Like you got all dressed up for this shit.
I know. Batman really
ninja vanishes.
I know. Batman really got to show up to tell you sweep the leg and then disappear.
Yeah. People joke, but Batman would sweep the leg. I'm serious.
100%.
You put you down, my friend.
But yeah, like there's a notable absence of Ezra Miller in the trailer.
Very true.
Notice that they limited it. Lots of voiceover though.
Yeah, lots of voiceover, but when you do see Ezra Miller, you get two of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So
isn't it funny that the only person that he really fights in the trailer is himself? It's my face.
But yeah, so the trailer opens with the voiceover from Ezra Miller, and we cut to a shot of Bruce saying, you if you do go back in time, you could change everything, not just for the better, basically.
Yeah.
And then we get a shot of it looks like his mom and dad sort of reeling against him, like really scared of the young Barry Allen. And then we see that young Barry Allen leaving the house as the older Barry Allen in a new Flash suit with goggles appears, right? And then you hear in the voiceover, what's his face? I think it's one of them. It's either Bruce or what's his face, Keaton, saying, why do you always return to this universe?
Yeah.
And he says, because this is the one where my mom lives. You know what I mean? We then cut to him wrestling with someone on the side of the house, and we realize it's Barry Allen. It's the other Barry Allen from that universe. He is dressed up nearly in the alternate Flash. I don't know.
Reverse Flash.
The what?
Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash's colors, and he's even got the same sort of ears with his headphones as well.
Yeah.
And then he says something along the lines of, the only person who could help us is I know someone who can help us, and cuts to the old Bruce, the old Wayne Manor, which is beautiful. It's the same old Wayne Manor. There's obviously no lights in there anymore to tell Batman to come out and be Batman. What's his face? You see Barry Allen turn on something, this big crank thing. And then everything starts lighting up. You see them standing by the Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile that's covered in a tarp. And then you see Batman, and he's in a brand new suit. We haven't seen this suit before. I wish they would have gone for the what's his face suit, the old 89 suit. I like that suit.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a new suit. He tells him he's Batman. And then we get a few action scenes with old Batman. It's very cool. Now they didn't actually say if he is Bruce Wayne or not. We don't know if he's Bruce Wayne or if he's playing Thomas Wayne or what's going on. But yeah,
I would assume he's Bruce.
I'm assuming he's Bruce as well.
What did you always think about the form of Batman? You haven't seen Batman move like that. You know what I mean? Dynamic camera movements and everything. For me, like that felt really comic booky.
Yeah, extremely comic book.
Sorry, dog, you go.
I was just gonna say, and this one is shot in the rarely used 1.85:1 aspect ratio.
Wow.
Did you notice that? It's not a 2.35 movie.
I thought it was just IMAX. Because they said it was shot on IMAX films. See it in IMAX. Which will never get it. Yeah.
What I was going to say was that I love some of the homages to the 89 Batman with Keaton there as well. Like you see him when he's standing and he jumps off that ledge when he goes to glide. Looks exactly like he does in... Is it Batman Returns when he does it?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, man. Batman got to do something about that home security, though. Every time, just like, oh yeah, I'll just break into the Batcave.
Admittedly, the Flash can sort of shake his molecules so he can shift through things.
Shake his ass.
Yeah. Like he's literally twerking all of his molecules so he can shift through things if he wants to. We do get a shot of the bad in this movie, and it's Zod. For now, it's Zod.
But now, yeah, it's always two.
Yeah, we know that it's obviously going to be Reverse Flash. You see him on the building sort of saying, like, what have I done? But it's not Barry, it's Reverse. So, yeah.
Reverse is also wearing a repurposed Batman suit as well. What was I going to say? This one, because it's Flashpoint, if there's people out there that don't know, Flashpoint is about Barry trying to basically save his mother from dying. And by the end of it, he fucks everything up. Yeah. Sorry, not by the end of it. The main sort of conceit is him fucking everything up. All the timelines just go haywire. So it has these ripple effects across the universe.
Yeah.
Things that never happened in the usual, timeline. Just all of a sudden people are at war and there's all this shit that's kind of happened or it didn't happen.
Yeah. This would be akin to Back to the Future 2 with superheroes in it.
Yeah. And then the main character journey for the Flash is to come to grips with his mother dying.
Yep.
And actually, that and, actually trying to get his father off out of that jail. Yeah, and mend fences with his father because I don't think his father's talking to him at all. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I can't remember. I watched the anime ages ago. But yeah, man, so what's his face is in there. Office Space is in there. What's his name?
I said it the other day. It's like something Lancaster or something like that. No.
It's not Kyle Chandler.
It's like Peter something.
Yeah, Davidson. No.
Washington.
No.
Peter Davidson.
Just has that awkward laugh as well. Ron Livingston.
Yeah.
We were way off.
Oh no. Lancaster.
Yeah. He is Barry's dad now. What's his face couldn't come back, unfortunately.
Crudup.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so basically the end of this trailer, you see Batman and Barry surrounded by like a whole bunch of like goons, it looks like. Military goons. I didn't see if they had like the S on their chest at all, to be honest. I didn't look out for it. But Barry's like, Batman, what are we gonna do? And Batman's like, what does he say?
Try not to die.
Try not to die. And then closes his fist. And you just see Supergirl fucking fly in there and just it looks like she just kills everyone there. She's throwing guys off the fucking buildings and everything, right?
Mm.
And then you see a shot of her, Barry finding her, and she's all emaciated and everything, obviously starved from sunlight and the yellow glow of our sun. And what's his face? Him touching her hand, but it looks like the yellow Barry touching her hand. Sounds a little racist. Yeah, touching her hand and sort of bringing her back, and then we see her in full suit flying next to Batman's epic 89 Batwing. I love it.
Yeah.
But Barry and the other Barry are in that Batwing with him, obviously. Yeah.
So that must take place a lot earlier in the movie than where we kind of think like that's
Yeah.
probably not the last battle.
Yeah.
But with the events of the film, because Zod shows up, Superman, so like they need a champion to go fight Zod.
Yeah.
So then that's where Sasha Kaye sort of comes in and takes on the superhuman, the metahuman. Because apparently there's no more metahumans after Barry fucks everything up.
Yeah. That's the other thing that sort of happens in Flashpoint, is that because Barry's mom doesn't die, Barry never ever gets his powers. So he has to replicate the freak storm and whatnot that happened, and the chemicals that created the Flash, right? So that's why there's a shot of Batman throwing his Batarang up into the sky with that lead attached to it, and that's why the lightning hits that lead and then travels through Barry to make the Flash.
Yeah, because it's through Barry, both Barrys.
Yeah.
Looks exciting. June 16th. June 16th.
Yeah, I've heard people saying now that, like, June is too far away. They just want this movie now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people online like, how good does the Flash trailer look? But I'm not showing up for Ezra Miller. I'm showing up for the character, the Flash.
Yeah, right, mate. He's gonna get paid either way.
Just watch the fucking movie, dude. But they might not need to wait too long for some superhero fare, because on the 5th of May, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is also our next trailer. Now, it's funny that it goes from gun to gun, eh? But fucking... So...
Akimbo.
So this looks all right as well, man. This looks like a very typical Guardians movie, if we're looking at it. Very colorful, very musical, and still with those emotional beats drawn through the trailer as well. But looking at the film, like, it looks like they really are setting this up to be the final Guardians movie as well.
Yeah,
like the one last ride type thing.
Yeah, to be honest, this trailer did nothing more for me than the last trailer did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it was an old sort of pop hit or sleeper hit merged with like action footage and whatnot. Like those emotional beats.
So
it still looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad.
So the thing for me that I took from this trailer mainly was it looks like we're going to get a bit more Star-Lord without the mask, or at least some scenes where it's Chris Pratt doing the work. Because it looks like he's incorporated some of that, the Suicide Squad type shooting into this movie as well. And having more action on set when it comes to those like panning moments through the action as well.
Yeah.
But then the final like shot for this trailer, it looks like Star-Lord's going to die. I don't believe that's going to happen, but it looks like that might be the case with Nebula holding him there as well. So I don't know if they were giving us this now to be like, oh no, Chris Pratt, no. And he's probably going to be like, fuck it, Terminal List Season 3 is probably going to get greenlit anyway. But yeah.
Well, all of them could potentially die.
Yeah.
James Gunn has said no one is doing Guardians after this one. They won't even show up in the Avengers movies.
Yeah. We know that Drax is going to die. We know that what's-his-face Rocket looks like he's going to die. I think the only person that's left is Groot. And Groot probably like lasts forever.
Yeah, Groot forever. We didn't get a lot of Will Poulter in this trailer either.
No.
Yeah. You do get some Superman-esque sort of flying close-ups.
Yeah.
I seen that. It's just like, I see what you're doing, mate. And Will Poulter is never going to be Superman.
I didn't even think of that. We said it here first in Smoke and Mirrors podcast there, mate.
Send the check. What do you call it? The best thing for me for Will Poulter, the best role he could ever play is just Syndrome in a live-action Incredibles movie.
Jesus.
He's got that look about him, man. That Weasley fucker look.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it for the Guardians.
Yeah. We also
wasn't too much. Yeah.
Yeah. We also got the big game spot for Indy. That's just a little bit more of what we've seen already. Still looks all right. Excited for this one. Same for Transformers. Rise of the Beasts is the name.
Yes,
I was going to say something completely different.
Yes. I just called it Transformer 7 to tell you the truth. I forgot about Rise of the Beasts.
It's always the age of,
but
now the rise of. All right. Go off, King.
Pop off, sis.
This one was just basically an ad for Porsche, to be honest.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
It really was.
100%. Yeah. What do you call it? We're getting a lot of the usual Transformers fanfare in here, a lot of the action sequences. We're going to have Transformers transforming with humans inside them. Pause. It's chaos.
Which
but
is
to be honest,
a major thing in the cartoons.
Yeah, it's true.
Optimus would be driving and then just and they'd be like sitting in his chest or something. You'd see them through the windows.
Oh, true. It's always Family Guy where you see Optimus transform and he just crushes all those people. But yeah, that looks all right. We also got a trailer for Children of the Corn. So this was the one that was shot back in 2020 and it's only coming out now.
Yeah.
The Aussie one? Did they shoot that one here?
This is legit like a couple hours away in rural area from Sydney.
I remember they
shot it. And it's all 100% homegrown cast as well.
That's crazy. Kurt Wimmer. Kurt Ultraviolet Wimmer.
Mate.
But also Kurt Equilibrium Wimmer.
It's Kurt Equilibrium Wimmer in this house.
But
Violet. What were they thinking?
I know.
They weren't. Man, that was dog shit. That was worse than that Eon Flux.
It was worse than that bloody... Remember that Japanese movie we bought? That was like, oh, okay, it's going to be...
Cassern?
Yeah. It's going to be just like an anime. And then we were like,
not.
What is going on in this movie? And we had subtitles.
We were waiting for one bit when he chops through the fucking robot with his hand.
Yeah.
And that was about like an hour and 53 minutes into the 2.5 hour movie of talking.
Jesus.
Oh.
That hurts me. But yeah, Children of the Corn looks all right. We also got a big game spot for The Little Mermaid. This was just a little bit more of what we had already seen with her singing inside the cave. We get to see a small sneak peek of Ursula as well. It reminded me of the Joker when he did that in the Suicide Squad.
Don't ever call me Leto Joker.
We didn't get to see Leto Joker shine, my friends. At least I...
You do not.
Don't ever refer to me. But we also got the final trailer for Creed 3. Still, once again, a little bit of a mesh of all the trailers we've received before. We get a little bit more like the stakes are really high in this one, and this is the biggest fight that he's going to fight. But this looks cool. MBJ looks like a tank in this movie, man.
Yeah, but MBJ always puts in the work. But in this one, it looks like he's going to Drago's son to help him train.
Yeah. I wondered why I saw his name in the trailers.
Yeah, but
is it just a rematch? Like what's going on here?
He's fighting the other O, not Wheeler, the other O that he lost to in the first Creed. Conklin. He's fighting him.
I think it's going to open with that.
Yeah, where he sort of like, that's the full circle moment.
Yeah.
Pretty
You know what I mean?
Ricky Conlon.
Yeah. But then it seems like he retires after that because she's like, you haven't been boxing for years. You've just been kind of like on that promoter trail where the bag really is. And then, like, Dame gets out, so shit pops off, and then you got to shut him up. You got to make him.
I hated
Sometimes
that.
you just gotta fight.
Yeah,
Mate.
you're not in this fucking ring.
I know, right? You
You're
go
doing
in
a lot
there.
of talking over there.
Strap the gloves up, baby. You go in there. Defend my honor. But yeah, a lot of the same, but
I think
it's Rocky 3.
Yeah, it is Rocky 3.
It's reverse Rocky 3.
Yeah. But what's his
He
face
is
is not
getting the
mentioned.
eye of the bear now.
The eye of the Khram. I think Dane kills what's his face in the ring, beat pause. That spider kid.
Oh, Sparino.
Sparino. I think he killed him.
Yeah. It looks like he's doing a bit of dirty boxing there too,
Yeah.
mate.
Call it dirty boxing.
But yeah, I think he's gonna die. Because I think you see him sparring someone else as well, and you just see him lay him the fuck out.
Yeah. How was that shot where he punches? There's a gut shot, and you see the sweat come off the back paws.
Yeah, but you see the muscle as well push out him sort of absorbing it's beautiful.
Do you reckon he cops it for real?
Jeez.
Pause.
Maybe just for that one shot. Maybe it was like, like fucking mages 70% this time.
Yeah.
I'll just be having you landing them gut shots.
The electric shock that would go through you.
Sometimes those gut shots is worse than the headshot.
Yeah, that's the bank buildup. And they fuck you up. I've seen O's knocked out from gut shots.
I've seen the liver shot, man. The liver shot where you see them and they get hit and then they're bouncing and then their body's like, no, you can't bounce now. And they just go down.
Have you been hit like liver shot?
No.
Or kidneys?
No.
I've never ever felt pain like when I got punched in the kidneys.
Ugh.
What do you call it? When I was sparring one day, I got hit with 2 body shots, both on the left and right, and I just stopped. All my wind was gone, and I had to stand for a second. I was fucking wrecked, man.
I was still bouncing. I always find that funny. Do you know why? Do you know why that liver shot hurts so much? So that your liver is the only part of your your circulatory system that's outside of the cage of your the outside the cage of your ribs and whatnot. So there is a little spot just below towards the bottom of your ribs, and your liver is exposed. So when you're getting hit there, some of those your liver just starts releasing toxins straight away, and it'll shut down your whole body.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
All right, looking forward to Creed 3 though.
And our final trailer for the week was Kandahar, the new Gerard Butler movie. So this is directed by, is it Greengrass? No, the guy who did Greenland. Was it Greengrass? It was?
It was Mark Roman War. He does The Angel Has Fallen and all that.
Angel Has Fallen? Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. No, I was saying I thought it was Paul Greengrass that directed. I was like, no, that's not it.
What's his face?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen is the good one. Yeah. Angel Has Fallen is the. I haven't watched Angel Has Fallen. I'm gonna pass
the
judgment
number
over
3?
here.
No, number 2. Angel is number 2. London Has Fallen is 3.
No, London Has Fallen.
London is 2.
Is it?
Angel.
I always thought they upped the stakes more because wasn't Angel the?
Mike Bannon is on the run.
Yeah.
They're getting his ass.
And he's got his dad in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's Nolte. Grizzly.
Oh.
It's good.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Tommy's home.
Yeah, this sounds like what's his face, man. It sounds like the not so artsy version of that what's his face movie that's coming out. I'm gonna say it's the same guy that did The Gentleman. What's it called?
The Covenant.
Yeah, The Covenant.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
An action version of that.
Yeah,
this might actually be better.
Yeah,
Mile 22.
I never watched Mile 22.
Me neither. I never watched it either.
What do you call it? But this looks like a better version of Covenant. That's what I was thinking when I was watching the trailer.
It's the same story.
Yeah,
like it's literally the same story.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of trailers. A lot of trailers this week. Okay. So we had a couple of first looks this week. So we got our first look at Ali Wong and Stephen Yeun in this new movie called Beef. I can't remember what this one was about. They get into a fender bender.
Yeah.
They get into a fender bender, and then it's just on site after.
Yeah, it's like both their lives just go off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
Because and Stephen Yeun, he already seems like a little bit on edge. You know what I mean? He's like builder, but
why is he like that all the time? Like I don't get it. Like even in real life, he's like that.
Who's Stephen Yeun?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he always looks like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
He's always worried.
He always looks like really serious. Like I don't know if it's the Korean in him, but he just looks really serious.
Apparently, that guy puts on a clinic in some Korean movie recently.
Yeah.
Adi?
That movie's supposed to be fire.
Yeah.
That's on Stan. I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Yep.
But yeah, and then we got our first look at Lady Gaga in as Harleen Quinzel. She's not Harley Quinn just yet. In Joker 2. Folly Adair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm hearing. Like that's all I can hear. Yeah. So Todd Phillips posted that up just to satisfy the fans. It looks pretty good. We get to see a picture of what's his face in there. It looks like he just kissed her because she's got red on her lips and on her nose and whatnot. And he's all painted up like the Joker as well. So it's weird that they let him paint himself up as the Joker in prison.
Yeah.
Or at least in the mental hospital. I know that's not going to happen. It's obviously happening in his head. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to think that this is only coming out next year, November. It's like 21 months away.
You know what? With as much content as we have coming out, I can wait for this one.
Yep.
Let him be great.
Let him cook.
Take your time. Take your time, sirs.
Like Joker is unbelievable there. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But that's why they had to make this one a musical. It had to be so different that it couldn't just be it's me, Joker, again. You know what I mean?
And now I'm a crime boss. Like, that wouldn't work. Like
why is he just dancing through the whole
Pennywise? You watched it recently. Yeah. Like, that wouldn't work at all. I still think my theory is still that all of this is happening in his head. All of it. So him,
which makes sense.
Like right from the start, you see him and like he says, I wish I was back in. I felt better when I was back in the asylum. And you see him smashing his head against the what's his face against the glass. I still think he's in there. Yeah,
I hope so.
But that's me.
He was fucked.
Yeah.
All right. So Emma Corrin has been cast, and I don't know if it's just her time. You know, when Anya Taylor-Joy just came out, and she was just in fucking everything. It's Emma Corrin's time to shine, baby, and she's been cast in Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, and also the big bad in Deadpool 3. So I don't know if they're gender swapping Mr. Sinister because her role is under wraps. So how big is that that villain going to be? Is it going to be a new villain? Is it going to be like, I don't know.
I think she is going to be a proper villain, but remember, Deadpool 2, sorry, they did not tell us that the Juggernaut was going to be in there.
Yes.
I think they'll keep something secret from us, like, and it'll be Mr. Sinister or something in the background. We'll probably get to see him fight and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
That'd be fucking cool.
that makes sense as well, because Mr. Sinister never shows up personally. He usually sends out people to go do his bidding anyway.
Yeah.
I like that. Make it happen. So we also got word from about the Fred Astaire biopic that Tom Holland's doing. And now Paul King is attached to actually direct. So this would be Paul King's second like musical movie.
All I'm hearing is porking.
Yeah.
Oh, the bullying that he must have gone through. But with this Fred Astaire biopic, so we got Tom Holland attached, which was actually pretty good casting. He still seems a bit young for me, though, every time I see him, but that's just his face. Yeah.
It is that
something
face.
about your face.
Change your face.
Nearly
I'll
30,
change it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this one's actually going to focus around more so around his relationship with his sister Adele, because she was his stage partner for 20 years of his life of actually doing his work. So this sounds interesting. I don't know a lot about Fred Astaire, if anything, to be honest. All I remember is like the reference in Charlie's Angels. And that's it.
Singing in the Rain, all that sort of stuff.
I didn't even know that was Fred Astaire.
Same.
Yeah,
I was like, is that Fred
that's
Astaire or the other?
No, that's Fred Astaire.
Dang.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see, honestly, is Holland do a what's his face? Who's that, the stunt guy from back in the day? The best stunt man in the planet?
Chaplin?
No, the other one.
Ah, yeah. I know
Yeah.
that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Mo.
Huh?
With the Mo?
Yeah. I'd like to see him do that character. I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Leslie Grace came out. I think she's got a big old spread on EW.
And they also did a story.
I love that little like Happy just threw in that little like straight jab. Take that witch. Yeah. So she's doing a story at EW. And obviously they brought up the whole Batgirl getting like, obliterated and bloody what's his face just shamed by Peter Safran, calling it an unwatchable movie. So her thoughts on that, were, what did she say? She said that she met up with all the CEOs and everything, and like with Mike DeLuca and everyone. So this is before the whole change and everything, and they explained to her how they felt about the project and how like things were just out of their hands. They couldn't do anything. What's his face? The movie was like 70% completed by that time. There was scenes that they had shot that weren't inserted into the film to sort of make it make sense and all that sort of stuff. It was just really unfinished. So for Safran to come out and say that it was unwatchable was like it was crazy, because he didn't see like a finished version of the film. What's his face? What does she say?
She got a
That's
screening.
basically it. Yeah.
She got to have a screening.
Yeah.
And she said, like, that was her one ask when she exited the role. And she said the scenes were like the scenes that she's seen were powerful and intense.
Yeah.
That's
a little biased, though. You got to say that.
Well, all of it kind of is a little bit unfair, because you can say, the movie was powerful and intense, but an audience isn't watching that. Same with Safran. Safran going, nah, this would have hurt the
DC
DCU.
brand.
Yeah. And it's like that's unfair, because people will go out and watch trash, you know what I mean?
And
like there's 3 human centipedes.
We didn't need one.
I think we can all, pretty much read between the lines and just say it was a shit ton of corporate gaslighting that went on here, and then we're just trying to fuck this off for the tax write-off.
I don't know about gaslighting. I just think they didn't want to finish the film.
Well, yeah, the tax write-off, those incentives were.
We spent $90 million. Like, what else do you want from me? I'm not finishing the film.
What do you want from me? Yeah. And then
I'll call you.
She also said she would be open to jumping back in the Batgirl cowl.
Yeah.
Should the Brave and the Bold call for it.
Yeah, I doubt that's gonna happen though.
Same.
No.
Same. Unless you like being in a wheelchair.
That is correct. But she's not Barbara Gordon, so or was she?
She is.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I wanted to see in Batgirl? I wanted to see that little piece of like Latina side piece main piece that Jim Gordon was hiding. You didn't see that.
Wasn't it Ramirez that he was just plowing on the daily? It was someone in the police force. Jim was a wild boy. Yeah. Jim was a wild boy. It was almost like that. What's his face? That story that came out with that cop that's just getting trained at bloody work. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
What a head on that chick.
I just went straight to Hot Fuzz. I don't mind me a midnight gobble.
That chick was doing sold out 4K and night strip shows after that. That was the opportunities that she was getting.
Yeah. Why would you want to do that? Have you seen that shit? Could screen a movie on that fucking head.
Jesus.
God damn.
Sometimes it's that attitude. It's that like, I got you last chick in the club attitude.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Beat your meat, fellas.
Before you step foot outside the house. Empty that bag and all right, let's go. So Chad Stahelski has confirmed that John Wick runtime is 169 minutes. Now, just to put that in context, this is in line with movies like Heat and also Interstellar.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at that runtime, to me, that says this is the action caliber of those masterpieces.
Unless they
the action. Huh?
Unless it's like full Godfather.
For me, the only red flag that this sort of raises is that we could get overkill. It also says that they're injecting this movie with a lot more story. So if Stahelski's saying, hey, we're going to go like full Kurosawa, we're going to actually like put more Japanese mythology and story, not tropes, but story structure in here.
Story beats.
Yeah.
Influences.
There's a lot of story to tell as well.
Lots of flashbacks, obviously.
Yeah.
We're finding out about these new characters that are friends of John. John don't really have friends. So, yeah.
And I haven't seen a flashback in the John Wick universe.
They've never done one. We also need to remember that the ballerina is going to figure into this as well somehow.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's coming to save him at the end there.
Yeah.
I hope not, though. The thing with Wick is he's got to stand on his own too.
I think Wick is going to kill her, to tell you the truth. I think Wick is the person that killed her parents or whatever it is. I think Wick is the bad guy in the ballerina. Which
a little bit of a twist there, mate.
Fire.
A little bit of a twist.
It's not going to happen. Watch it not happen. Our stories are always better than the. We need to write this shit down and copyright it.
But this is our IP. It's my story. Fuck you.
All right. So Ted Lasso season 4. It's looking. They said it's supposed to end with season 3. They was lying. It's looking like it's gonna go ahead with the season 4. which I cannot wait for. I knew this was going to happen as soon as they won all the awards this year or last year, and he wouldn't answer the question. We knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Sick bastard.
As a new Ted Lasso watchee, I am excited by the news as well.
I approve this message for the Ted Lasso fan club of Sydney.
Could you say you're lassoed in for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, with a belt, my friend.
Like a lasso master. All right. So we got Renzi Feliz from the Runaways. So he's actually set to join the Penguin series with Colin Farrell. Now, they haven't said what his role is going to be, but they said the speculation is that he's going to be maybe one of Penguin's drivers that he actually befriends and grows with over the 8 episodes as well. So it sounds all right. So it sounds like Penguin might be recruiting young as well, just considering the power vacuum with him and Falcone's, is it daughter that he's got to fight? Yeah. So this should be cool.
I like that. I like that, Christine Milioti.
Yeah.
Falcone's daughter, huh? How is that going to figure into Batman then? Is she going to be a love interest for Bruce as well? Or seems like all these daughters get a piece of the Batman.
So if my timeline's right, so this begins as soon as the Batman ends, and I don't know when part 2 starts, but maybe it's going to be years after.
Yeah.
Ooh, we get a more established Batman. Very good.
Yep.
That's what I mean about them cutting that runtime down for the next one. Because if they come out with a 3-hour and 15-minute movie, my friend, I'm wearing Depends to that cinema.
Yep.
All I'm saying is if they did an intermission in between where I could just vapor storm, I'd be cool with it.
Let me jot down some notes, my friends.
Yeah.
Get it done.
All right. So Jon Favreau, Pedro Pascal.
Jean Favreau.
I know. That's how I said it. I was like, ooh, quite French there.
I know.
And Katie Sackhoff were talking about The Mandalorian Season 3. Pedro Pascal said, hey, I was shooting The Last of Us, so I only did the voice work in this one. Yeah. Whereas on the first season, I was like, I just spent some time on the set in the suit, and it felt like a glove with weights on it. And I was like, all right, cool. You do you, Pedro. Sorry.
Get paid, man. That's all we care about. As long as you get paid.
Everyone only remembers the voice. Katie Sackhoff was saying that she gets to do a sick knee slide in this one, so when you see it on camera, no, that's me, bitches. And yeah, that was her little portion of there. Whereas Jon Favreau was like, we're not looking to take this big screen. This Mandalorian shit is small screen only, and the reason for that is because it is so attuned to the TV side of things. We don't need to blow it up on the big screen. It just wouldn't translate as well because there's a certain rhythm, there's a certain tempo, and there's a certain tone that it hits on TV, and it may not figure as well on the big screen. So I'm fucking happy with that because I don't need to see any more fucking Star Wars properties, and they've just ported it over.
Fucking earth.
I want a real fucking story on the big screen.
This story needs time to breathe. You can't. What are we gonna do? We got 2 episodes of Bando as a movie. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You get 2 action scenes and then a whole lot of exposition. I don't want to see that movie.
Because a lot of these stories are they're self-contained episodes. They're not. They're not this 3-episode character arc.
No. They can hold that.
Yeah. Kathleen Kennedy was like, damn it, John, damn it.
Why?
You stole my line.
Told you I didn't want to wear the goddamn mask. But with everything that we've been seeing in this 3rd season for Mando, this might be the biggest season yet. And the CG is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Less volume, more physical effects. It's a whole lot of stuff going on there.
Alrighty. So we also have the Dead Ringers remake. This is the old David Cronenberg film. So we've got the debut for that remake happening on April 21st on Amazon with Rachel Weisz leading. So if anyone who didn't know, Dead Ringers was about a pair of twin surgeons who were pushing the medical, ethical envelope. And they were working with this woman who they actually have a relationship with. Both of them. And things just go a little crazy from there on as well. But it's classic Cronenberg material. So I want to see how this pans out in current day with Rachel Weisz. So they were males in the original, now they're female. And how that's going to work out moving forward. Because apparently these twins share lovers, they share everything. So this is going to be just either a lot of fucking or something else.
A little heavy there on the old Friday schedule.
I know. Heavy breathing.
But we're going to probably get the whole thing, yeah?
Yeah, if it's Amazon, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
But this is only 6 episodes as well.
Yeah. So I might do the weekly. You know what I mean?
All right.
Just keep your balls in a wise.
Yeah.
For the 6 weeks. I want 5. Quickly, Planet of the Apes. What is it called? I don't know. The new Planet of the Apes film. It's got a title.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
Kingdom.
Yeah, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Has finished filming here in Sydney, Australia, mate. They are vacating the Fox Studios there.
You're making space for another production. All right. Quickly as well, Poker Face Season 2 got an early renewal. What I saw of this, I think I've got like 2 or 3 episodes left. Pretty damn good. What else is there? Ishana Knight, Shyamalan. I don't know. It's the wife?
Daughter, I want to say?
Daughter?
No, this is the daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, the daughter of M. Night, obviously. It's wild that this man's last name is Night Shyamalan. Why is it just not Shyamalan? Anyway, she's making her directorial debut on this movie called The Watchers. Okay, so the story it follows this 28-year-old girl. She's stranded in like this forest in Ireland, and she goes to find shelter, and she's trapped alongside 3 strangers that are like sort of stalked by this mysterious creatures at night. So being a Shyamalan, who's it written by?
I think by her as well.
It's written and directed by her, so she's a Shyamalan, so it's going to be something different.
She's a Night Shyamalan.
Night Shyamalan. Shit name.
You wouldn't give your son's middle name Night, though.
No, I wouldn't. Unless it was Knight.
Right. Actually, kind of.
And it was like
middle
Bruce Knight.
You know what I mean? You will announce my whole name.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Shyamalan's obviously going to jump on as a producer or something like that. Yeah, it's probably just an idea that he wanted to do that he couldn't get around to doing, to be honest.
She worked on Servant though and directed 5 episodes, wrote some of the episodes. She's got experience. She's not just like, Daddy, can I direct now? Yeah, all right.
When is it my turn to direct, Dad? Okay, that Servant show is supposed to be all right,
I've heard that too. And also, his other daughter, Alika, is a pop star. And she has been, Ishada has been directing some of her music videos as well. Yeah. So that music video, a little bit of that Fincher, Fincher's dad. Did you hear that fucking story?
No.
So Fincher's dad took him to go see American Graffiti. They lived right next to George Lucas. So after the movie, Fincher's impressed with it, right? After the movie, Fincher's dad takes him to go meet George Lucas.
Motherfucker.
And that's why Fincher starts his career on Return of the Jedi.
Can you imagine just your dad being like, "Hey, we're gonna go talk to George."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who wouldn't be George at that point, but yeah. I mean,
No, he's pretty damn near close. Like he's pretty much there. We got 2 years, and then Star Wars is out.
I know, but there is a massive difference between George, who probably was like just doing a whole lot of pitching at that time, American Graffiti time.
Yeah.
So when he does Star Wars and he ages 40 years just
Yeah,
from
that's true.
like catching for like 4 years straight. It's a wild, wild time.
Getting cucked by his wife as well. Poor
Yeah, he did.
bastard.
Yeah, he did. He really did. And then still writes episode 3. That's
Yeah.
why the shit just. I'm not going to get into it, Lucas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man's been through enough.
Jesus, leave George Lucas alone.
No.
That man is a saint.
Alrighty, so quickly as well, so in regards to Squid Game, so we got a chat about that. That was who? Lee Jong-jae. He was like, hey, so Squid Game 2 is going to be filming in the summer. Previous shooting was about 10 months, but considering the biggest scale for Squid Games 2, it might be longer than that. So we're looking at what, a 2024, 2025 release, possibly.
A little bit worried about that.
So Mr. Beast do the shit in a month, motherfuckers. Get it done. Get it done. Mr. Beast doesn't have Netflix budget.
No, it does not. Did spend $1 million on that though.
But still, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
of course,
go.
yeah. But he's saying like the scope is big, which makes me scared because then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, a Squid Game and all over the world. You know what I mean?
I don't like that. You leave that alone.
Yeah.
Like I don't want Squid Games across the world. Nobody wants that. And now we have the resources to hold Squid Games every day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, it was that scene from Fight Club.
I was gonna say. All right. Some sad news there. Raquel Welch has passed away at the age of 80. Legendary actress. Very iconic. It's the Attack of the 80-Foot Woman, is it not?
Yes, it is. That is the exact same woman that's on the wall of Andy's cell in Shawshank.
What about you, Skinny Britches? Skinny Britches herself has passed away. Condolences to her family, friends, and fans. It's extremely sad. Another legend lost. But yeah, reaching 80 is a massive milestone in itself.
It is when you think about it.
80 years.
80 years, man.
That's wild. We got another 40 to get there. That's another life on top of what I got now.
Yeah, but I don't think we're dying at 40B. At 80, sorry. Like our generation's not gonna do that. Our generation is gonna live longer than this generation. We have better healthcare, everything than people born in that timeline.
Yeah.
Everything's cleaner now.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's also true. If you think about it, Raquel Welch would have been born in the 40s.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it back in the 40s?
Well, just the stress load.
Yeah.
Just the fucking stress load. The generations up until that point, World War One, they have a break for 20 years. World War Two hits. Then they got the Vietnam.
Yeah, well, it's weird because the World War II guys, their kids go to Vietnam and just get absolutely decimated.
That's the fucking wild shit. So she might have been one of the kids. You know how during that time the propaganda would have been more sexualized to increase the population because of the world wars up until that point.
And she would have been about that age for World War II as well.
Yeah, and also during that hippie time as well in the 70s.
Yeah. You know what spurred that on was the invention of birth control. The invention of birth control spurred on that whole hippie movement that, free love and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That's what spurred that. But at what was it, 64? The war started, yeah.
World War II?
Yeah, so she would have been about 24. She would have been one of those girls that sort of had to work in the factories and all that sort of stuff while the
In
men
Nam?
no.
World War II was in the
39
40s.
to 45.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been Nam then.
Yeah, would have Nam is so
Yeah,
she was would have been in with the hippie movement and whatnot.
yeah.
Her taking that photo or being in that movie would have been iconic for that time, because that would have been pushing the barriers of what was expected of
Yeah.
how a woman should act.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Rest in peace. Condolences.
Take us out there, Beatty.
Alrighty, so we got a whole bunch of just like not big, but very like cool updates for the Marvel Phase 5 as well. So a lot of things Feige was talking about was in regards to a lot of the Disney shows that have been coming, or the Marvel shows, I should say. So they were asking, what's going to happen with all the Disney Plus shows? Are they going to be the same? Is it going to be the same format, the same release dates? And Feige was like, we're actually going to try and separate them and have their own time to breathe a little bit as well. So we're going to have less shows, but they're going to be more impactful and more segregated as well in regards to their actual content for these shows. So, for example, Daredevil Born Again, 18 episodes, and they're going to be very self-contained when it comes to those episodes too. He was also talking about Harrison Ford's character, how he was announced to be Sergeant General Ross.
Yeah, it's General Ross. It's now
President Ross.
El Presidente.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to explore him more in the new Captain America movie, New World Order. So it's going to show him and Sam, having that conversation and sort of learning about each other as well.
If I hear him say, "Get off my plane" once, I walk out the cinema.
He'll do that, and then he'll look at the camera.
Yeah. Smile me like a pimp. Can I just say quickly, why does Feige get loose lips on the fucking red carpets? Why does he seem a little nervous? He just starts giving it up real easy like that. Man, them need to stop. All this stuff should have came out at bloody what's-his-face, Comic-Con. It's not that far away.
Unless Mans is like giving you the tip of the iceberg pause.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
This is the guy, I think, that does the bloody leaks. He's putting the leaks out there he's doing it for clout.
He's the only one who could cover his tracks.
Yeah.
What you think, like they just press Feige just a little bit when he comes out of the offices?
It's folding like an envelope, my friend.
Feige's like that that drank a lot of milk and is full of farts. You just press him a little and a little squeaks out.
Jesus.
But he also says Spider-Man 4 is on the way.
We have the story. We will rebuild it.
Yeah, they're just putting pen to paper now. This one was crazy for me. They said that John Major's Kang was one of the highest rated villains when it came to doing their family and friends screeners. And this is out of Thanos. This is out of everyone. Well, Thanos is the main one, to be honest. Like, that was the Infinity War saga as a whole. But yeah, they were saying John Majors was the biggest one there. He was saying more Moon Knight might be on the way too.
Thank God.
Yeah. And that Blade is going to kick off filming in the next maybe 10 weeks or so.
Are we sure? Stephen Dorff doesn't think so.
And just quickly as well, so the Marvels, he said, while the Marvels and Secret Invasion are like, follow-ups, tonally, they're very split. So I'm hoping it's going to be like a Secret Invasion is up here in the air doing sword shit, whereas Captain Marvel or the Marvels is more Earth-based, doing their own shit, sorting each other out.
Yeah.
And as well, Fantastic Four is going to be a big pillar of the MCU moving forward, which I like.
It should be. Reed Richards should be there with Bruce Banner.
Should have been there with bloody Tony Stark. That should have been.
Really should have been. That's probably what's going to happen is that Banner, Reed, and Iron Man are going to come together and do something for Secret Wars as well. They're going to have to figure something out.
Well, it won't be Iron Man. It'll be Riri Richardson or whatever the fuck her name is.
But the thing with Secret Wars is that it's the multiverse, so maybe Tony is in there somewhere. Because Cap's going to come back for sure. I reckon Cap's going to come back because they got to have the double Cap action.
I want to see it. I want to see him come back as Tom Cruise.
Oh, that'd be sick.
They dodged it. They dodged it with Strange.
Never gonna happen in Strange, man.
What if Cruise was getting Mission Impossible out the way early so he could get in shape for Cap for Secret Wars?
He never has to get into shape, that man.
That's true. Yeah.
Can you imagine if Cruise just walks in, fucking just ripped to the fuck house? Like he's just tag.
In what's it, that rock movie? Rockstar, whatever it is.
See how big yeah.
It's actually
even bigger. Like that got like the rounded big boulder shoulders and shit.
Yeah.
Big boulder shoulders.
Big feathers running through it and shit.
Jesus. He's fanning them feathers.
I have to admit though, that Rock of Ages trailer was kind of fire when he does that Bon Jovi song, the 'Cause I Want It. Yeah, and he belts that out. I was like, ooh, never watched this movie, but ooh.
Cruise even got them got them veins like Reynolds by the cock gutters.
How old is Cruise?
54.
54. So he is only, like, when you think about it, 10 years older than Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds is 46 years old. I reckon if Cruise does a little, just dump it a little,
just a little bit,
just a little, like HGH, maybe one cycle, you get it done.
Yeah, just speak to Sly. Yeah, sort it out. Imagine he comes back ripped and big like he was in Expendables 1, tattoos and everything.
Well, yeah, supposedly one of the other pieces is they already know how they're going to introduce mutants to the world. They said that's all planned, that's all ready to go. I reckon we'll probably see it soon with this whole Kang Dynasty deal. Quantumania is going to kick that off. But yeah, and the Fantastic Four having a massive role to play.
Yeah.
So, and there's also announcements coming out soon. So we'll probably see who they're actually thinking. That's what they'll keep for what's his face, I reckon. He's going to come out and say, and announcing your Fantastic Four as Reed Richards.
Adam Driver.
Yeah. That's why he got that 65 out the way, you know what I mean? Just out the
What do you call it? With Cap too, it sounds like there's going to be no Bucky because Bucky's going to be the de facto captain for Thunderbolts as well.
I saw that as well. But if he's the de facto captain, or leader, why is he not in the middle of the fucking poster? Because Svetlana or Alana, whatever the fuck her name is, Florence Pugh, should be where he is standing.
What if
is this?
They better not pull some bullshit like Bucky dies in this one.
I hope not. He can't die in this movie. He's got to have his own movie. I want a one-shot or something like that.
Captain America couldn't even kill Bucky. Don't pull some bullshit like that.
Red Hulk is going to punch him and all of his atoms will obliterate. And it'll just be the arm that's left.
And the arm's going to pull the finger.
You think the president can turn into Red Hulk?
I hope so. Maybe that's what they're gearing up for. That'd be cool. Nice little twist there.
Well, he's got the serum, the super soldier serum, so...
yes.
Yeah.
Has a little bit from Blonsky.
There were still a few more serums that they had made.
Yeah.
He needs to give one to Sam, obviously. Like, Sam deserves a super soldier serum.
I feel like Cap's not Cap without the serum. Like, I get the whole, he wants to do it his own way, but just take a little sip of this. You wake up fine in the morning.
But that's the whole thing. Like, he's got to get beaten down, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like that Cap has got to get the shit kicked out of him, and then he's like he just can't do it anymore. And then they hit him with the serum, and then that was like, I am the captain. I'm the captain now.
What's in place? But it's got to be like to save his life though, and he's got to not want the serum. Yeah.
True. But I reckon we'll see. What's her name from Black Panther and Seinfeld? Julia Louis-Dreyfus, or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
We'll probably see U.S. agent and all that shit in here as well.
Well, there's your second Cap, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah, true. Yeah. Shield versus Shield. I can dig it. But that's everything. Sorry, dog, you go.
We just have one last little bit. So, frequent contributor to the show, Weaver, has seen the Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Quantumania.
Wow.
And he's given us some thoughts here exclusively on the Smoke and Mirrors podcast. So Weaver says, Ant-Man is again pushed to the side along with the Wasp, which hurts the film without the fun and charisma Paul Rudd brings to the role. The film is unfortunately okay at best, but the terrifying Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror almost makes up for it.
So this is what I've been hearing. Like, these are the things I've been hearing. That, it's more of Hope Van Dyne, not Hope. What's her name? Janet Van Dyne's story.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it's an Ant-Man movie, but it's mostly her story about how she navigated through the what's his face, and
Okay.
Yeah. And Ant-Man is it takes a backseat to her. I'm taking that backseat to what's
Michelle Pfeiffer's.
Yeah.
Yeah, them's the thoughts. I still want to watch it. I still want to check it out.
When does it come out?
It's out.
Yeah, it's out.
What do you mean?
It's out of the cinemas.
It's out now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why are we not going to go watch Ant-Man? Just go on Sunday. Anyway.
All right. That is a wrap on all the news and reviews. Thank you, Weave, for the week. But we will be back on Sunday with our thoughts on Shrinking. And I think that is about it. There is also Sharper coming out. Yeah, the one with Sebastian Stan and Julianne Moore on Apple. I always see the trailer for it. And I don't know, Triz, if you're on it, but Carnival Row also dropping.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I was going to say I'll have some thoughts for Knock at the Cabin on Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right.
You hit him with the Denzel, huh?
It just has a single tear from glory.
Jesus. My bad. All right. Love yourself. Love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
Cheerio, chaps.